As we promised you we would every night of the shutdown, we are back with another installment of our new All-In feature, where we take a closer look at the very small group of men and women in Congress who have shut down the government. Now, after last night's installment, I said this. Tune in next time when we take a look at California Congressman Doug LaMalfa, who received millions of dollars in farm subsidies while supporting billions of dollars in cuts to food stamp benefits. Well, after a little digging around today, we decided to take a look at another congressman who done the exact same thing, but is arguably even more hypocritical. A man who made national Republicans downright giddy when he improbably beat 22-year Democratic incumbent John Tanner in 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, in tonight's installment of These Are the People Who Are Running the Country, I bring you Republican Stephen Fincher, congressman from Tennessee's 8th District.
Hi, I'm Congressman Stephen Fincher from Frog Jump, Tennessee.
Frog Jump, Tennessee, a tiny town about 75 miles north of Memphis that nurtured the views of Steve Fincher, a man who spent his years before Congress far away from the carry and thrust of politics. He was a farmer. He was part of the local gospel circuit, singing with the family foursome. And he was on the government dole. Since 1995, Fincher and his wife have received federal government payments of almost $3.5 million for their farm. But the taxpayer dollars flowing into the Fincher household did not stop him from mounting a David and Goliath battle against the scourge of big government.
We are forgetting that the administration we have in office now thinks that federal government knows best, and they're the answer. They're not the answer.
And he made good on that promise by voting to cut $40 billion from the food stamp program. And to justify it, he cited Scripture.
And I looked at 2 Thessalonians 3:10, for even when we were with you, we gave you this rule, the one who is unwilling to work shall not eat.
This was once part of the same bill in which Fincher voted for farm subsidies he benefited from as a sitting member of Congress. Last year alone, he pocketed more than $70,000 from farm subsidies, which is nearly double his state's median household income. In fact, his income last year was $174,000, and that's before the subsidies. In 2012, he won re-election with nearly 70% of the vote. And the reason why the congressman justified his vote against food stamps.
We have to remember there's not a big printing press in Washington that just continually prints money over and over and over.
There is, in fact, just that. Located on C Street and 14th Street, a short walk from the Capitol. Unlike farm subsidies, Congressman Fincher presumably has no use for Obamacare subsidies, which is why it was no surprise that when the letter was circulated this summer demanding that John Boehner use the threat of a government shutdown to defund Obamacare, he lent his support as a co-sponsor. That's how he became one of the people who is running the country.
Tune in tomorrow night for our next installment, and believe me, each one of them is a very special snowflake. Coming up, one of the most pathetic records of dysfunction in this country's history is about to be broken. I'll tell you what it is next.